All right, viewers, the big news break of India today has been confirmed. Revanth Reddy has been announced a short while ago as Telangana's new chief minister. Reddy oath-taking will take place on the 7th of December. What we have been given to understand that most of the MLAs, over 50 out of 64, wanted Revanth Reddy as their leader, as their chief minister. And that news break confirmed by the Congress a short while ago. K.C. Venugopal held a press conference where he stated that it is Revanth Reddy who is now chief minister designate of the state of Telangana. He will be taking oath on the 7th of December. All right, that's our top focus, but let me take you through the headlines. India Today's news break confirmed Revanth Reddy announced as Telangana's new chief minister. Reddy oath taking 7th December. Mega India Today scoop on Rajasthan chief minister race. Sources say key BJP huddle to be held this weekend in Delhi. Prime Minister Modi will take the final call. After Prime Minister Modi warns against divisive agenda, DMK MP taunts voters in Hindi. Heartland states BJP condemns, calls out DMK's arrogance. Congress also says do not agree with his comment. The big meltdown over Congress rout in 3 Hindi heartland states. Prime Minister Modi wades into the debate, sounds caution against divisive agenda, claims opposition happy with arrogance and ignorance. Congress defers India bloc meeting after top leaders Mamta, Nitish, Akhilesh and Hemant Soren opt out. Next opposition meeting to be held on the 17th of December. Cyclone Mikwang makes landfall in Andhra Pradesh. Death toll in Chennai flood mounts to 9. India Today crew in the eye of the storm. All right, viewers, let's take you now to the latest news break that is filtering in, and it's a confirmation of India Today's news break earlier this afternoon. Revanth Reddy has now become the chief minister designate for the state of Telangana. What we have been given to understand that over 50 MLAs wanted Revanth Reddy as their leader. India Today told you first that Revanth Reddy was going to be the chief minister of Telangana. The swearing-in ceremony will take place 11 a.m. December 7th. That decision has been made a short while ago. K.C. Venugopal addressed a press conference. Listen in.
Mr. D.K. Shivakumar and Manikrao Dakreji has given detailed report on their observation about the CLP meeting. After considering this report and with the discussion with the senior leadership, Honorable Congress President decided to go with Revanth Reddy, our PCC President, as the new CLP of Telangana Legislative Party. The swearing will be happen day after tomorrow, 7th.
All right, viewers, let's cut across immediately to my colleague Milan Sharma, who's joining us outside the Congress headquarters. D.K. Shivakumar has been in Delhi, and the latest that has come in from the Congress is a definitive answer on who has won the Game of Thrones where Telangana is concerned. It's no one else but Revanth Reddy. Milan, what swung it in favor of Reddy? What we're given to understand, over 50 MLAs, if I'm not wrong, 53 MLAs out of 64 wanted Reddy as the man in the hot seat.
Well, that's right, Preeti. There were 53 MLAs that were backing Revanth Reddy, and not just that, looking at the way the elections has swung in the favor of the Congress party, not just Revanth Reddy, but, it was a handled teamwork by the Congress party and in the Telangana state, and which is what has led to, the victory of the Congress. And of course, you cannot ignore the fact that Revanth Reddy, did face resistance from a lot of senior leaders of the party initially, but of course he had the mandate from from the top, leaders of Delhi's High Command, and that is what has swung it in his favor. Not contesting the fact that he's also worked really hard as the leader in Telangana to bring forward victory for Congress. But let me tell you, the next question here is, of course, and people are going to ask, that is Revanth Reddy going to be the only face for the party in Telangana? And no, K.C. Venugopal and both D.K. Shivakumar smiled when we asked them whether they're going to be deputy CMs as well, because that's going to be the big question. Accommodating the senior leaders is also, something the party is looking at. And the statement makes it very clear. They said it's not going to be a one-man show. It's going to be a team work there, Preeti.
And like it has been in Karnataka, do stay on with me, Milan, coming right back where my Milan is, where our correspondent Milan is reporting from outside the Congress headquarters. We'll also cut across to T.S. Sudhir, a political analyst, keeping a close eye on all developments in Telangana. Sudhir, we are definitely looking at a deputy chief minister as well.
Yes, there are in fact speculations that there could be deputy chief ministers, because the neighboring state of Andhra Pradesh has as many as 5. But we were told that Revanth Reddy not really keen on having too many deputy chief ministers because that would kind of dilute his position within the entire cabinet. So he's not very keen. But yes, the tug of war taking place, just adding to what Milan was talking about. The kind of objections that were raised by the likes of Uttam Kumar Reddy, who was earlier PCC chief, as well as Bhatti Vikramarka, who is the CLP leader in the last legislature. Their contention was that they have actually posted much better results in the districts that they were in charge of. For instance, Uttam Kumar Reddy has won 11 out of 12 seats in Nalgonda district from where he comes. Bhatti Vikramarka winning 9 out of 10 in Khammam district from where he comes. In comparison, they were putting out the fact that Malkajgiri Lok Sabha constituency, which Revanth Reddy represents in the Lok Sabha, he did not actually win most of the seats. So they are saying that his track record has not been really much to speak about. And in fact, they should be given a chance. But the biggest contentious point was the fact that Revanth Reddy is an accused in the cash for vote scam. And that's why they think that it would be a little risky to have him as the chief minister of Telangana.
But Sudhir, one quick question before we cut across to our reporters on ground, and we'll of course come back to you later, is how much of a catalyst in this decision has been D.K. Shivakumar? Because Revanth Reddy has been looked as D.K. Shivakumar's man as well. D.K. Shivakumar has been in the national capital, giving his observations as well. How much of a role there?
Well, I can tell you from very informed sources that it was decided much before the 30th November voting that Revanth Reddy would be the preferred choice if the Congress made it to power. And the persons who were responsible for this decision included Rahul Gandhi, Mallikarjun Kharge, and D.K. Shivakumar. D.K. Shivakumar has pretty much been the points person of the High Command in Telangana through this campaign. In fact, in the weeks leading up to the campaign, he has been the one who has been kind of deciding on any kind of contentious issues, firefighting, all those kind of things. D.K. Shivakumar has been the man. So his role has been significant. He was the one who was talking to both Bhatti Vikramarka and Uttam Kumar Reddy, ensure that there was no issue, there were no fissures appearing as the decision was being reached.
Sudhir, stay on with me. I want to cut across to my colleague Apurva and Abdul, who are both joining us right now from Ground Zero, Hyderabad. Apurva, how is now at the local unit, because there was a bit of opposition where it came down to the local Congress unit. We'd seen it echo even back in the national capital, but all of that now laid to rest. Do you see it now completely die down and a unanimous selection where Revanth Reddy is concerned?
Preeti, we're just outside Hotel Ella, where it all just happened, the CPL meeting as well as the decision declaring off Revanth Reddy. And now several cadres have also gathered here. If I can just ask my cameraman to pan, all of these people who have gathered here are cadres who are quite elated that Revanth Reddy has been chosen as the chief ministerial candidate, the face of chief minister here for Telangana. Now what's going to happen is, who's going to be, is there going to be a deputy chief minister, or are there going to be two more portfolios that will be allotted for Uttam Kumar Reddy as well as for Batti Vikramarka. That's something that is yet to be seen. But as of now, the AICC has given its decision that the next Chief Minister of Telangana chosen by the Congress for the Congress is going to be Revanth Reddy here in Telangana. So it's going to be a huge day, December 7th. That is exactly 48 hours from now. We're going to see the swearing-in ceremony. In fact, Revanth himself has just now left from Hotel Ella, and he's going to be he's en route to the airport, where he's going to be taking that special flight and leaving to Delhi, where he will be meeting with the AICC High Command as well. Already, we do know that
Revanth Reddy is on his way to the national capital, Apurva. Is that what you're saying? So Revanth Reddy on his way to the national capital is what we are hearing in, and in 48 hours will be his oath taking, the designate Chief Minister of Telangana, Revanth Reddy. Abdul Bashir, I want to bring you in. Earlier on, Revanth Reddy, when we spoke to him, when the results were out the day before, Abdul, he said that I want to request, because he was so sure that it's going to be the Congress in the state of Telangana, he had said, I want to request the Congress High Command that let the oath taking happen on the 9th of December, which is Sonia Gandhi's birthday. And they see, or at least the Congress unit sees Sonia Gandhi being the one of the creator of Telangana, because it happened under her watch and the Congress's watch. Why is it that now the oath taking has been moved forward to the 7th December and not the 9th?
As we speak, Revanth Reddy had earlier mentioned in his rallies, also speaking with India Today, he's mentioned that December 9th is the day which is Sonia Gandhi's birthday. Also, it is when it was declared as, Telangana separate state was declared on December 9th. That is said to be an auspicious day for the Telangana Congress. So this is what is the point that had been taken by Revanth Reddy. Time and again, he had been claiming that Congress is going to form government in Telangana. He spoke on our roundtable conference as well, where he mentioned how the ground reality is. How is Congress going to gain power in Telangana? What is the BRS drawback in Telangana? Everything was spoken. He knew at that point. He knew that Congress is going to form government. But at another point, he knew that he's also going to be the Chief Minister of Telangana. When the CLP meeting took place, Revanth Reddy was the one who had given a one-line resolution was passed, where he had stated that whatever would be the AICC decision or High Command decision, it has to be followed. And all the 64 MLAs stood by his word, and then the opinion was taken, and somewhere he knew that he is the right designator, probable candidate, and he would be chosen as Chief Minister
so
of Telangana.
So what really went down? Okay, Abdul, my colleague,
completely clear in his mind. He's a tall leader.
All right, okay. Abdul Bashir is stationed at the airport. That is where Revanth Reddy is going to reach any time now. He's going to take that flight to the national capital, and he's going to meet the Congress High Command here. DK Shiv Kumar already stationed in the national capital. Revanth Reddy, the next Chief Minister of Telangana, Chief Minister designate, that's for sure. Sudhir, I want to bring you in for a quick comment before we move on to our other stories, and that comes from the fact, why 7th December? All earlier was very clear that it would be 9th December, Sonia Gandhi's birthday. He'd said it multiple times, even when we interviewed him here 2 days ago.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 9th December was a good point to say during the campaign, but also the Congress leadership realizing that if this really stretches on, the optics of this entire fissures playing out in the public domain won't really do well for the Congress image, which is why they want to get this done as soon as possible. After meeting the national leadership, Revanth Reddy will come back to Hyderabad, and 7th of December would be the swearing-in ceremony. A quick point you mentioned about the deputy chief ministers. Well, different names, because they want to have a woman deputy chief minister, a Muslim deputy chief minister, and also someone from the SC community. So if all that representation is given, if Revanth Reddy agrees to that kind of a formula, and that's a big if, then there are several names like Sitaka, Batti Vikramarka, Mohammad Shabir Ali, all doing the rounds, could actually fit in those.
Well, it's interesting because when DK Shiv Kumar was asked on the issue of Deputy Chief Minister, he himself is one. He smiled, and it seemed that it's going to happen in the state of Telangana as well.